Hey you guys! Last night a very exciting episode of Girl Meets World aired, and it's called Girl Meets Semi-Formal, which is why I'm dressed in one of my favorite dresses. I just realized that this color is a little bit similar to the dress that Riley wore, like a little bit. As I was with Girl Meets Yearbook, I am here to explain to you what happened in Girl Meets Semi-Formal. I know that things have been a bit chaotic when it comes to ships with these last few episodes because, wow, these are whirlwinds, but I am here as a neutral person to explain to you what the episodes are truly about. Let's get started. I just hit my eyebrow. Alright, so the episode starts off with Riley talking about how Lucas has not asked her to the dance. We see a little timeline of 10 months before the dance, 5 months before the dance, and a week before the dance. And it's basically just Riley and Maya talking about what's going to happen if Lucas doesn't ask. The most important thing about this little segment is Charlie. Yes, Charlie is in all of the scenes. He's just doing his little creeping in the back. He's like, meep, meep, I'm here in the back. I can see everything. Don't believe me? Just watch. Hey! What did I tell you? His creeping game is strong. It is on fleek. It is... Look at me trying to be trendy and relatable. Another important thing to note is that Farkle's transformation is still going strong. There is no turtleneck happening in this episode. Turtleneck, may you rest in peace. He's still the same Farkle with his little play with Maya where he's like, thank you! Stay tuned for our Christmas play, a Christmas no, or something like that. I don't know, but it was really funny and I loved it. He's still the same Farkle, he just looks a little different, and that's okay. So then Jack comes back. If you don't know who Jack is, he's a character from Boy Meets World. He is Sean's half-brother, the son of Chet Hunter. He was Eric's roommate, and they also had another roommate named Rachel McGuire. And there was sort of a love triangle thing going because Rachel had to choose whether she had feelings romantically for Jack or for Eric. There was a lot of back and forth about this, but basically she ended up dating Jack, and she saw Eric as more of a brother figure. Jack returns and we first see him in Topanga's cafe. As we find out in this episode, Eric is elected senator. Eric is in the cafe to meet with somebody that is doing bad things. He doesn't know it's Jack until Jack shows up. Jack is the person he's meeting with who works for the bad company. Will Friedle is a comedic genius. This whole episode that he wrote was fantastic, but he talks a little fast in this part, and I want to make sure everybody understands what happened. Basically, Jack and Rachel joined the Peace Corps. She stayed, he left, and he went down a bad path and somehow ended up with this company. Jack realizes that he's made the wrong decision. He doesn't understand quite why it happened, but I think he has somewhat of an idea that he didn't keep his friends close enough. Without his friends, he went down the wrong path and made a bad decision, and now he's caught in that decision and he finds himself at another crossroads to see who is going to influence him now. But Eric has a plan. Now back to Riley and Maya. They're sitting at the bay window trying to figure out what Riley is going to do now that Charlie, who is a new character, has asked her to the dance. Riley said yes to Charlie thinking he was Lucas. So when Riley realizes that she said yes to Charlie, she makes up a lie to get out of going to the dance and having to choose between Charlie and Lucas. So Riley and Maya are sitting at this bay window. They think the bay window is broken because they don't know what to do, and we have to keep in mind that Maya has a secret in the back of her brain about Riley. We saw in the last episode, Girl Meets Yearbook, that Maya figured out that Riley sees Lucas more as a brother figure than she does as a romantic figure. But Maya wants Riley to figure this out in her own time. She does not want to tell her. She wants Riley to discover it for herself. So this is why Maya cannot tell Riley the secret. Riley says something here that I think is kind of important. She says, I like Lucas. Don't die. And it's that little tiny bit of doubt, question mark thing that is important to the storyline. Riley ends up going to the dance because Cory and Topanga feel that it's the right thing to do to get her on the right path to making the right choice. Riley kind of sees it as a punishment, but as she gets older, she'll realize what it really was about. She can't just hide and not face the boys and not face her problem. She has to go into it and figure things out. So we get to the dance and Charlie and Lucas are there. They're there together and they have a little chat with Riley, and there's something that Lucas says that clearly sort of shakes things up. Lucas says, I assumed an understanding between my friend Riley and I. He said friend. You can tell that that little word, friend, definitely shook Riley's world. Here is what her face looks like when he says it. Oof. Enter Eric and Jack. Eric has taken Jack to the school dance to remind him of a simpler time in his life. Though at the time, it might not have seemed so simple. Now here's something crazy that a viewer pointed out to me. Lucas is dressed like Eric, and Charlie is dressed like Jack. in the same colors. Do you see the parallels here? I mean, that is just crazy. This is a whole back in time sort of parallel universe thing. Now, Riley is confused because of the whole front and back of the notebook. Are she and Lucas friends or something more? Now, there's a third guy. What does that mean? It just makes the equation so much more complicated for her. She talks to Eric and Jack, and they explain the whole Rachel, Jack, Eric situation to her. They explain that Rachel saw Jack as more of a boyfriend and she saw Eric as more of a brother. When Eric says brother, you can tell that that is a brand new thought for Riley. She's starting to discover what Maya had discovered in the last episode, so she's starting that thought process. That's right, the chalkboard of evidence continues. Whoop, this is the same chalkboard of evidence as last time, but this thought process here, that is starting. Riley wants Lucas in her life for as long as possible. She doesn't want it to be just some sort of boyfriend-girlfriend fling that just jeopardizes their relationship forever. She breathes a sigh of relief when Eric brings brother into the equation. That was a very important moment for Riley and her relationships with her friends. Jack makes a great point. He says, keep your friends around for as long as you can. That's the best choice you can make. And that is what you should take away from this episode. Friends are so important. When you lose friends, you kind of lose yourself and you lose your way in life because friends keep you in check. If I didn't have Elise, I don't know what my life would be like. Friends will keep you on the right track. On a lighter note, Farkle dancing, I mean, come on, that was pretty flawless. He was out like, I can't even do it. It was amazing. Corey Fogelmanus, what are you doing? You're amazing. Everybody else dancing was just like, in their defense, I cannot dance for my life, so them jumping was way better than the dancing I would have ended up doing. Just saying. I can dance when it's choreographed, but when I just gotta freestyle and dance in a school dance thing, I've only ever been to one school dance, but when I got too much pressure, whew, so the jumping was like millions of miles ahead of my level. I have two things to say that don't really have to do with the episode, but I want to bring up. Augie! Where is Augie? I miss August Maturo so much. He's so funny. I want more Augie. Where has he been? Writers, come on, bring him back. We miss him. Please tell me he'll bring creativity. Please. The second thing is there's been a lot on Twitter recently about Riley not being a strong character. I have no idea where that came from because Riley is one of the most strong female characters I know of. Do you ever think about the fact that all of her friends look to her to fix things? She has things going on in her life, but she is always there to help her friends and make things okay for them because she wants them to be happy more than anything. She would walk through an avalanche for friendship, guys. That takes strength. She is unapologetic herself. She's goofy, she's klutzy, she's crazy, all in the best way possible, and she owns that. She does not let anybody tell her that she should be different. Even when she changed to Marosha and Black, she changed right back because she realized being herself is the best thing that she can be. Riley is a strong character, and if you think otherwise, you are not watching the show. Sorry, not sorry. That is it for today's video. I hope this video helped you out, made you think, or just, I don't know, entertained you. Please leave your thoughts in the comments. I love reading your comments. They make my day, and I like hearing everybody's thoughts because it challenges me and it just makes me look at the episodes in a different way, and I love that. And I love all of you, so stay beautiful, you people. Thank you so much for supporting my channel. I mean, it's growing so fast. It's almost like insane to me. I just thank you so much. I love you. Stay beautiful, you people. I keep saying that. Okay. Bye. Goodbye. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Rest in peace, Farkle's turtlenecks. Bye.